Today we're only gonna read summer books for a week. And I'm lying because I actually didn't read these all in a week. Book and he just called Amsterdam beautiful, and I just have to say, you're a liar. It's not that pretty in there. If you've been there, you know what I mean. It's not beautiful over there. There's probably one street that is beautiful and the rest of it is not, but let's go. I finished Deep End and I'm gonna give you my review. I think this book is fun, but it lost me, I think, around 100-page mark. The beginning was fun and I was really expecting this good slow burn to be set up because you could see in his eyes that he was yearning for her, and I thought, oh, this is gonna be fun, and then it just started to become a situationship and it went on, and that's not really my thing. Maybe if it's your thing, that's fun, but for me, I really want a slow burn and the yearning in a romance book, and this was just, I think, 250 pages of them just being together, but just doing, you know what I mean. I really like the vibes though. This one not really summery. It took place in a pool setting and I really like that. And I also found myself googling things like the inward dive because I don't know anything that much about diving besides a few TikToks I've seen about it. So just looking into that was really fun. Would I recommend it? I think it's a no, but if you really like situationship books, this could be a yes. I normally really like L.A. Wood's books, but this one is just a little bit too lusty for me, and I don't really like lusty books. I left Deep End at my boyfriend's house, so for me, I'm gonna read a new book before I finish Deep End, but you'll see it in chronological order. But I'm starting a book, and I think it's one of the most controversial books of 2026, and it's Just Friends by Heyyy. I saw this whole drama go down when I was on TikTok, even before it was published, and I knew I wanted to read it. And it was published a little bit around the time I have my finals coming up, so I still haven't read it, and I wanted to keep it for summer. And well, we had a heat wave for like a week. It was horrific. Now it's kind of a normal temperature again. But now I'm gonna read Just Friends by Heyyy. I think it's quite short, which I think is a good thing because I don't like romance books that drag on too long. I think some people understand that, other people like it. I don't like it when books are like 500 pages for just a romance. It's just not my preference because at that point it's just dragging it, I believe. So we're gonna start it, and I know a lot of people hate on some of the lines because they say she uses too big of words. I'm a writer myself. I don't really do it because I always think I am too dramatic if I do it. But my favorite words are always words that no one else knows or no one really uses. And maybe if it's English is my second language, so I'll probably have to look some words up if she uses big words. But I heard some people hate on the line, the feeling personified in my stomach. But I actually kind of like that line. If you look at the meaning of personified, as in taking its own form and own life, and the feeling grows into something of its own, I think that's actually a very creative line. But that might just be me, but I don't know if it's an actually correct line in English, but I like the idea of the line. Oh, and I also heard Blair, the female main character, is really annoying, but I read the selection and then the duology that came after. The daughter, and she was annoying, but I liked her being annoying because it was fun. So we're gonna see if it's gonna happen in this book too, or if I just don't really find her annoying anyways. I love these little houses on the chapter pages. It looks like a coloring book and it makes me so happy. By the way, it really reminds me of Beatrice right now, and I know it's one of her favorite books because she's going to the small town, and I know there are a lot of small town things, but she's also going to a bookstore. I don't remember that much of Beatrice. I liked it, but I also don't remember anything of it. But I know she went to a bookstore then too, and then she came across her love interest who was also an author. And in this book, she goes to the bookstore too, but she's just here to buy a book. watched a lot of Heyyy videos and I think it's really fun that she's going to buy a physical book of one she finished on her Kindle, because I feel like she does that a lot. And the main character does it too. And to write it myself, I always like little things I do in some of my characters. Not my exact personality, but I give snippets of my personality to all my different characters. I think it's so fun to see something like that coming from another author, because normally you don't really know what is from another author because I don't obviously know Heyyy. When you watch someone's videos, you kind of get the feeling of their personality. And I also think the letter, I don't even know how this is called. I have it in my own book too. A thing that separates scenes with a little picture or something. With me it's a moon, I believe, and I put it in before I published it, so I haven't seen it that much actually. Let's continue reading. I just did a readathon, but I just wanted to film a little bit of my review from Just Friends by Heyyy. I gave this book 4 stars, and I know a lot of people hate on it, so I just wanted to address the things people hate on the most, and then my opinion on it, and then my general opinion, because I thought that would be fun. Okay, a lot of people say Blair isn't likable, and I have to disagree. She's just realistic. I think she sometimes says things that you would rather not say, you cringe a bit about. She wasn't really annoying. She had a few weird scenes where she said something like, I have the worst, but it was just out of emotion and stuff. I like my characters a little bit unhinged. Next up, we have the thing that people say they don't really have chemistry. I get what they are coming from, but I don't feel like this book should have a lot of chemistry because it doesn't fit the plot, in my opinion. This book is a lot about grief. It's more of a romance with a literary fiction aspect to it. A big part of this book is about the grief Blair faces. And I don't think a chemistry that with dazzling tension fits that storyline. It's just her coming over feelings and realizing how she should live and things to let go, and I don't think that tension and stuff fits it. It was cute. Did I feel butterflies in my stomach? No, but I don't think that was necessary for this story. A lot of people also hate on her use of big words, and I expected it to be a lot more than it is. To be honest, I only noticed it the first 3 chapters, and after that I didn't even notice it. I know a lot of people like to hate on that part about the pedestrians. Honestly, didn't bother me at all, and she doesn't really use big words that much in my opinion. Most pages are just your regular page. I don't really see what is wrong with it. Maybe I'm young and I read a lot of YAs. It's what's bad writing. It's just more of a YA writing. Maybe people's expectations were different, and I am 16, so I probably have not read every great book in the universe, but I mean, I've read a lot of books and I don't think this one is any different. I feel like saying this is a little bit dangerous because a lot of people hate on it, and I'm scared that people think I am dumb or something, but it's just my personal opinion. I don't think it's a bad book. I also have a different look maybe on it as a writer myself, because I know how hard it is to write a book, and I am so scared of bad reviews. Honestly, I watch my Goodreads for reviews, and I'm always scared when I see there's a new review and I have to tap on it and I read it because I want to know what it is, because I can learn from it. But it's really scary. And to think that she got so many negative reviews makes me feel so bad for her, because I know how hard it is. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed. If you want to see more videos, please like and subscribe. And see you next week, hopefully. Bye!